Yeah.
Alright, introduce yourselves, guys.
My fault, bro. You know, it's Jonah. You know, Jonathan Rodriguez, aka Jonah. You know, from New York.
I'm Nate, and Dot Productions. Yeah.
Fred. Fredo. V Black. Very known. Lower East Side.
East Side.
East Side. Mr. Driftaway, aka on IG.
Yeah, you know.
Regular shit, just eating chinos.
Yeah.
I mean,
We in Chinese.
In
We in
Brooklyn.
scallion pancakes though, y'all
We in
niggas don't know
Brooklyn,
about
though.
this, bro.
We in Brooklyn though, but we from the Lower East Side. You know.
we never really been over here.
Whole Lower East Side shit. Shout out to my boy, shout out to Florence forever. First one.
You know that.
I still with the next wave, no cat. Heard us. They on the wave.
I like to play Rush. Like I'll break a lot of beds in my crib. Like video games and shit. Like I don't know. Go outside, like do some dumb shit. Like regular, I feel like city kids shit. You know. Like, not trying to be like cliche and be regular, but that's all those niggas really be doing. Like just outside chilling, like skating. You know, like.
Anything soberific.
Smoking weed, like at 13 years old, like not supposed to be doing shit like you doing, but shit, you learn, you live and you learn, really. Me and my friend Mateo, we have a clothing brand we're trying to start up. Kind of been started up. It's called Disoriented. It's kind of the vibe of the clothes too. It's just all disoriented. You feel me? Like it's just all fucked up, like mixed up together. But it comes out pretty nice. And I model like full time. I don't go to school, but I just model. I don't really know what I want to do, so I ain't stressing school right now, you know. But I am getting to the bag. All of these ads, you'll see me in the Nike ads, you know, all that shit.
Yeah.
I guess the second thing I get into was Miami. Like when they sent me to Miami Beach, like that shit was fire, and that was for like my first GQ magazine shoot. That shit was crazy. Like, always thought of seeing myself in GQ. People would always telling me like, "Watch, you're gonna be in GQ," or like they would just make fun of me, or not make fun of me, but like joke and be like, "Oh, you like, oh, what's up, GQ model in school?" Because I had got signed, so people were like, joking and shit. And then that actually happened. I'm like, oh shit. And then Miami is like, who the fuck doesn't want to go to Miami? Like, I was in Miami Beach for like just 2 days, and it was spring break weekend. So it was just so popping, and it was just lit, like, and the shoot was fire, like, there was literally fire in the shoot, like, like, it was just lit, like, stupid lit, bro.
Didn't you like take your mom to Europe or something?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that.
So, I had went to London for, to shoot with ASOS. And that shit was a crazy experience because like the way they shoot is just fast as fuck. Like there's just different rooms. Like they have a whole office building. First of all, like 3 different floors, just ASOS alone. They have like a floor with food, floor with just like office rooms, and a floor with like just a whole bunch of studios. Like you're just shooting there, a whole bunch of models running around. They have like a video studio session place, and then like where you take the photos and whatever. And then like for lunch you just get free food, free good food, like. And then you're in London, like I've never been to London before, so like, and I had to take my mom because I had just turned 18, and it was like, I was scared, like I was in a whole other country by myself. I was like, nah. Mm-hmm. And because like, I want to take my mom to London, you know, like, come on, like we out. So she came with me, we was lit, she helped me a lot. We had like just a fun ass time out there. I miss it. It reminds me a lot of New York. That's why I love it so much. But it's just so much prettier to me. Like way prettier. And the people are like nice. Like the double-decker buses, like don't even mind to take the buses. I was taking the buses out there every day. So lit.
Was she like stoked on it?
She wants to go back too. And because I was taking her out there for my job, you know? Like I'm her son. Like she probably never expected that. And that's another part what I like about it.
That's epic. Talk about California. Like, I know we hung out for a little out there.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about your experience out there.
It's like, I feel like it's another home, to be honest, because, I mean, completely different to my home, but it's just like, it's just amazing out there, like the vibe, I don't know, like, it's just like, exactly.
Yeah.
Fell in love with LA, yeah.
Johnson Abdul.
Alright.
That's DJ Khaled's son, no cap.
Talk to me about what you're working on.
Alright, so right now I got a magazine about to drop by probably like mid-January. Be thinking right now. It's just about the whole art road. So I got like fashion designers, producers, rappers, singers, just fine artists, street artists, everything. You feel me? So we're mostly just trying to drop it mid-January. It's gonna be on the unknown. So we're gonna try to build an empire with this shit. You know? Like, and,
No cap.
we gonna keep it in the streets in a way, you feel me? Like every underground shit, you feel me? Like people coming up. Yeah, show love to everyone. We trying to make a platform, you know? Bring positivity back. We all make each other eat, you know? We all make each other eat. So if I rub your back, you can rub my back. If I'm no homo, you get the vibe.
I manage right now, and on the side I make clothes. For me, I got a rapper named Louis Supreme, at LOUWE Supreme. His son just make regular music. Rockstar likes that shit. Just dropped a song at 8 o'clock today called Rockstar. It's on everything, all platforms.
Hey, that bitch slap, man.
Yeah,
slap.
that shit slap.
Not
I'm real humble about my shit, but
Yeah.
that shit slap. But yeah, you can catch my son Louis anywhere, any platform. Apple Music, Spotify. Besides Tidal, though, actually, I don't got Tidal. Everything else besides Tidal.
Title
we
pays
on
the
that.
most.
Yeah, you're right, but I
Need to
gotta
get
get
on
over
that.
that. I gotta get over that hurt. That's a big fact.
I didn't even know that.
You got Spotify though.
I
Some
got
folks.
Spotify.
How long have you lived in the LES, Jonah?
All my life. Same apartment since a baby. My mom, same shit. Her room is my room now. When she was my age, you feel me? So been here just decades, you feel me? Like ages.
That ass.
Knew this nigga since elementary school.
For real, first grade.
He the first nigga to put me on to what an agency was. He was the first nigga to really start taking photos of me. Like, I didn't even know what an agency was, bro. He was the first nigga to put me on, like, yo, you need to hit up these agencies. I started hitting them up. Obviously, ain't getting no hit bags. But, like,
Still working
Still
though.
worked
still
out, you
striving,
feel me?
like, you know,
Like,
like
yeah.
trying to push something. Like, it's my boy though, for
it's
real.
a fact.
He came a long way. His story's crazy.
I was just hanging out with, like, a whole bunch of new kids. Like, I just surrounded myself with kids that weren't from my school, like, that were just different, you know? Because I feel like I was just, I don't know, hanging out with just people that were, like, I don't know. They just didn't bring, like, a good vibe, you feel me? So, surrounded myself with a different new set of people. And they were actually doing stuff. Like, they was doing the modeling things and, like, they were trying to get signed. They were very young. They were even younger than me, but still, like, getting billboards in Soho and shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna do that too. Like, like if y'all can do that, and I'm hanging out with y'all every day, like, I know who you guys are, like, and y'all up there, I'm like, shit, I'm going with y'all. Like, then I started going to castings and stuff, and we went to this, me and my homeboy, we went to this one casting, me and my homeboy Rion, and that one casting basically changed everything because the creative director of that brand, his name is Raul Zapal. His brand is called Luar. He let me and him open and close the show, and like it was our first runway show, and like I didn't even know it was a runway show. Like I didn't even know what the casting was for. Like it was for like Fashion Week. It was on Vogue, like WWD mag, and like that was our first ever modeling thing ever. So we're like, oh shit, like this shit's. A lot of people just saw us, like, and we're like the main pictures that popped up for that articles. You feel me? Which is hype as shit. And then from there, I kept a relationship with Raul, and like, I don't know, he was just telling me like he believed in me, and that like I was telling him like this is what I'm trying to do, like I'm trying to become a model, like. And I was younger. I was like hitting him up when I was in 11th grade, trying to still become a model. I was still getting gigs by myself, like still going to the open castings and like getting better gigs than the friends that I was hanging out with and shit. So like they was like kind of hating, you know, but it's whatever. But we was still we was all still putting in work and stuff. And then after a couple months passed by, Raul still kept in contact. And then he sent my pictures to some an agent at Next, and from there we met up the next day. And they was kind of trying to like play with me at first. They was like saying I was short and shit. I knew that, but then they was like, all right, but you're beautiful and we're gonna sign you. I'm like, all right, fuck it, like let's do it. Like you ain't gonna catch me lagging. Like, and then from there it's like shit. I got signed on Halloween 2017, so it's been like a year and some change now. And since that year, I mean, I've done a lot of shit. I've been in a lot of new places and experienced a lot of new things. So I can't even really complain. Yeah, I kind of just manifested all this shit because before, this is what like I planned to do basically. Like I hanged out with the friends that were doing the modeling thing. I started doing it. I wanted to get signed, then I got to get signed, you know. Cause I felt like that was the right thing for me at the time. I felt like, I don't know, my Instagram wasn't too, because I just hate how this shit is even incorporated into this shit, but like you have to have a poppin' Instagram, you feel me, to even be like not have an agency. I feel like you just gotta market yourself well, but I feel like I suck at that shit. I can't really market myself well, so I feel like the agency was the best thing for me. And I mean it is because they got me working, you know, they got me going places and shit, and it's just lit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and I planned on going to London. I said I wanted to get booked in London. Then that shit happened too. That was a crazy story because the casting for that shit, it was so quick. Like I went in, I just said hello, whatever. They took a couple pictures, said bye, and I left. And I went out thinking like, all right, I'm probably not gonna get this shit. Like this shit was too fast. Like. So, and then it's funny because one of the other models that was at the casting, he was like, nah, you look like an ASOS boy, so you might get it. I'm like, nah. And then like a week later, they like sent me like the whole link to the airplane ticket, like you going to London. I'm like, they called me when I'm in school telling me that. I'm like, in school, like what? Like I'm going where? I'm like, I'm leaving school right now. Fuck this. Like I'm not trying to be here. I'm going to London in a week, but I don't want to be here now. Like, fuck this.
How you feel when you see that? That's how you feel.
But now, it's like that shit just my job now. Like, they call me like, all right, you gotta catch this flight tomorrow. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm like, gotta stop. I can't make no type of plans, no vacation. Like, it's always on work, bro. Nah, just keep doing what you're doing because it's actually like, bro, people used to hate on me, like, cause I was trying to be a model, like, bro, like, even before, like, I was chilling, I started hanging out with, like, people that were doing it, I was still trying to do it, like, he was shooting me and shit, like, before I even had hair, like,
no cap, bro. This nigga had no hair, no cap, he had like a one
I was still trying, bro, like, I was still going in, you feel me, like, I was with this girl at the time, right, and I don't know, we just wanted some photos together and shit, so we was both trying to like be in, you know those like, what is it, aspiring models, you feel me? So we took photos together, you feel me, like just in a crib, like behind a white wall, you feel me, just on some bullshit, like we still like, just doing content, you know, just still creating. People, and they was hating on me for creating, like, there was this guy with like a whole bunch of followers. He had reposted it because he was trying to fuck with the girl I was taking the photos with, so he was just hating, you feel me? He took screenshots of the photos that we took, and he posted it on his gram and shit. He had like a whole bunch of followers, so he trying to make a meme out of us, like talking about like, oh, like look at these Falcon flying models or whatever. And like, I just look back at that now, and I'm just like, what now, nigga? Like I'm really doing that now. Like that's my actual job. Like, so I look back at that shit like, people gonna try to stop you and like. In anything, like who gonna try to tell me I can't be a model when it's like, why does that happen? Like, why does that affect you? Like, go fuck off.